What's up, beauties? Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here. So happy to have you. I want to do something a little bit different today, and I only have an hour or so before my family wakes up, so I want to go ahead and jump into it. This is going to be sort of not necessarily an all anti-haul video. It's going to be makeup that I actually like, makeup that I've been eyeing, but that I won't be buying. Either because I don't need it or because I don't need any of this, to be honest with you, but let's just get into it. This is not like a new concept. There's a lot of this content out here on YouTube. I just personally have never talked about it before, so let's jump into it. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit, do like the, you know, the real guru thing and leave room for me to insert pictures here of what I'm talking about. But when I sat down to make this list, the first thing that came to mind was the new Colourpop collection. So this is like their holiday collection. It's sort of supposed to be like French, I guess, like boudoir themed. Very like tongue-in-cheek. But so there's a couple palettes, blushes, jelly, you know, the usual shit that they bring out with collections. But the one thing in particular that sort of tickled my fancy was the Boudoir Noir palette, which is the more like warm, olivey, golden palette naturally. But now I will say this. Like I said, I don't need it. I know that it's going to be affordable. I generally like Colourpop's formula of shadows. Like it's okay. It's not the best thing I've ever used. But I did just order another palette that has a really similar color story to this, and so, you know, that just makes this palette seem even extra unnecessary. So I won't be getting it, but I do think that it's beautiful. I think it's just objectively, it's very pretty. And actually the blushes in this collection are kind of intriguing too. I want to watch some videos on this stuff first, but the blushes look different to me for some reason. I don't know if they almost look like a softer formula, or I don't know. They just look different to me, and it could just be different packaging, who knows. But those I thought were cute too. This one, sorry, I'm gonna keep looking every once in a while to make sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth, because that's like my shtick. Okay, so this is the Wayne Goss Pearl Moonstone eyeshadow palette, and then I also really want the two eyeliners that come with it. So, I mean, first of all, just look at this palette. I actually adore it, and I really do think that this would add something to my collection. I don't have shades like this. I really don't. These are not shades that I reach for. So maybe that in and of itself is an indicator that I don't need this palette, that I wouldn't use it. But it's just so unique. Like it's cool toned. It has like those cool tone grays. It has that really pretty pop of teal. There's like that salmony pink shade in there. It also looks like, it just is so, I just love it. It looks like there's all kinds of different textures in there in the shadows. I don't know, it's just, to me, it looks beautiful. And I think that the kohl eye pencils, first of all, I love a good kohl eye pencil. I'm not really into liquid liners, but give me a good kohl eye pencil and I'm putty in your hands. And these colors, like this deep amethyst and sapphire, like they just look like they will complement this palette so beautifully. I've always wanted to try a Wayne Goss. I never have. You know, I feel like I said, this would add something to my collection, and this would be a good sort of, you know, first thing for me to try from him. But again, not again. I'm gonna have to wait for a sale to buy this. I just can't. I pretty much like waiting for sales for all all things. So we'll see if he runs a good sale on this. This might find its way into my collection, but who knows? Okay, this next collab is so freaking cute. I'll just let's go. It's the Kylie and the Grinch Christmas collab. So I'm really not a huge fan of Kylie Cosmetics. I think that they're just average. Like, they are mediocre, you know, which is fine. Like, perfectly fine. Somebody's buying the stuff, obviously. People like it. I have tried her liquid lipsticks. Not a fan of the formula. I think they're extremely drying. I've tried a highlighter of hers and a blush of hers that I do enjoy. Haven't tried anything else. Never tried her eyeshadows, her face products, any of that. But this collab got me. Well, so I can't buy this for a couple different reasons. Or I'm not going to buy it for a couple different reasons. Number one, it's sold out. I think it sold out pretty quickly. So there's that. Number two, I just really don't need it. Like, it's not, if you look at the palette, I mean, it's certainly not like a revolutionary color story, right? I mean, it's like neutral. It's got some pops of green. It's not anything that's never been done before. I'm sure I could probably dupe it with some stuff I already own. And again, I've never tried her eyeshadows. I really don't ever hear anybody like rave about the quality of her eyeshadows. So that kind of tells me I probably don't need them. But I just do have to say that I love the Grinch. I mean, I love the original cartoon. I love the one with Jim Carrey, but it's just so nostalgic for me. Like, you know, spending Christmas at my grandparents' house growing up, there was always that like ABC or CBS, you know, Christmas Eve lineup. They would play the Grinch, Frosty the Snowman, Charlie Brown Christmas. So it takes me back to being a kid. So I enjoy that about it. And I do just have to say, like, there have been Grinch collabs in the past. I think a couple with some other makeup brands, but this collab is probably one of the most well done collaborations that I've seen, that I have ever seen. I mean, and it should be. I mean, Jesus, they're a $1 billion company, so I expect it to be well done. But just every single piece of this, like, if you look at videos of the PR packages, if you look at just pictures of the products on her page, like, every little packaging, every aspect of the packaging is just perfection. It's just so well done. It's perfectly executed, in my opinion. But anyway, I won't be buying it. What is the next? Oh, another collab. Let's look at this one. So this is the Morphe and Lisa Frank collab. Again, super nostalgic vibes with this one. I mean, I had all the Lisa Frank folders, you know, Trapper Keeper, notebooks. Just instantly I'm taken back to like elementary and middle school with this. Actually, just in the past few months over quarantine, I bought some apparel off of Lisa Frank's website. I got a Lisa Frank hoodie, I got a baseball t-shirt, I got a regular t-shirt. So I'm a fan. I am a fan of Lisa Frank. Not the biggest fan of Morphe. Like, as a company, not the biggest fan of their products. I really, again, I think they're just like mediocre. And I'm also not really into these like big 40 pan eyeshadows anymore. It just feels a little bit unnecessary. Excuse me. So for that reason, not going to be getting it. Also, like, the color stories in the 3 palettes, they just don't look, I don't know, maybe they're supposed to be the same eyeshadow. Maybe it's supposed to be the same in all 3 palettes. I don't know. They look super similar, but you know, I will just say again that I think this is well done. I think it is. I think it's super cute. Look at the little makeup sponges. They're in the gumball thing. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. If I bought anything, I would probably just get the little pencil holder with the brushes. But again, Morphe brushes aren't even necessarily like my favorite. So, you know, like I'm tempted with this just because it is so nostalgic for me, but I don't need it. I don't need it. But again, I do think that it's well done. I think it is a well done collaboration. Some more. This is a very, very palette heavy video, but that is what it is. That's what I like. That's for the most part the makeup that I eye. So next are these House Labs 4-way quads that they came out with for the holidays. I don't know how many there are in total. There's a ton, but I was so excited about these. Like, I've only tried a couple things from House Labs, never tried their eyeshadow palettes. I know she's had a couple prior to this. They got really mixed reviews, like not the greatest reviews. Again, I don't hear anybody rave about them. I've tried her liquid eyeshadows, which were okay. I mean, I ended up giving them away just because I personally don't really use liquid eyeshadow, so I don't even know who I was buying them in the first place. But they were pretty. What do I have? Oh, I just bought those face palettes of hers, the Heat Spell, the whatever. But these I'm excited about. I think that they are a nice, there's so many like condensed, well curated color stories in here. They've got really neutral ones, cool toned ones, some bright ones, but they're $24. So that's kind of annoying to me, like $24, that's $6 per eyeshadow. I don't know. It's just a little bit too much for me to spend without knowing how they perform. So this is another thing that I will probably, you know, sit out for right now. I'll wait for some videos to come out. I'll see how they perform and then I'll make my decision. But you know, I do just have to say that I just love Lady Gaga, like, period. Like, as a singer, a performer, an actress, a philanthropist, like, I just really do think she is a good person, and I don't mind supporting her brand. I kind of hate that it's sold on Amazon, but I like her. I like Lady Gaga, and I would like to try these. So we'll see. We'll just hit pause on that. And the last thing that comes to mind when I think about makeup that I've really been looking at and like adding to my cart online, but I haven't bought yet, are these Winky Luxe Rose Cream Blushes. I mean, first of all, just look at them. Just stare at them in their flawlessness. They are, I mean, they look like art. They look like a piece of art. They are so beautiful. I have really been having trouble talking myself out of these. Like, I know in my heart that I don't need these. Like, I really don't need any more cream blushes. But oh man, I want these. I want them so badly. I've only watched a couple review videos on them. Saw them swatched. They're pretty. Saw them swatched on the cheeks. It looks like they applied pretty well. But I don't know. Again, I just don't know. I'll probably, I don't know if these are limited edition. I don't know if they're like holiday or if they're permanent to the line. I know that I did just get, Winky Luxe sent me like a little coupon in the mail. I think it's for like think it might actually be for 20% off. So it's a pretty decent discount. I think the blushes are like $20 a piece, which for me, that's kind of expensive. So if I'm gonna get one, I definitely want to be able to get it with a discount. So, you know, again, I've been going back and forth on this one. I'm trying really hard to talk myself out of it. But we'll see. Again, like Black Friday's this week, the holidays are coming up. I'm gonna keep my eyes on sales for all of this stuff. And we'll see what ends up in my collection. But I think that's it. I know that was only about like 6 things, but I just kind of wanted to talk about those things. Those are the things that have, you know, I saw recently and I was like, oh, that's cute. Or, oh, I want that. But what have you been eyeing? Are there certain things that you have been tempted by recently? Let me know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I might kind of make this a sort of regular thing, maybe monthly. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I enjoyed talking about it. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, sticking around for more content. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and until next time.